In the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains lies a mystery so chilling, so inexplicable, that it has haunted investigators and storytellers for over 6 decades. The Dyatlov Pass incident, a case where 9 experienced hikers met their untimely and gruesome ends, has become one of the most baffling and terrifying unsolved mysteries of modern times. What could have driven them to tear out of their tent, half naked, in the dead of night, into sub-zero temperatures? What force could inflict such strange and brutal injuries? Tonight, we unravel the horrifying details of this real-life nightmare. It all began in late January 1959. A group of 10 hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, set out on an ambitious trek through the rugged and snowy Ural Mountains. These were not amateurs. Each of them had significant experience in navigating harsh terrains. They were friends, comrades, and adventurers looking to test their limits. The group consisted of 8 men and 2 women, all in their 20s, except for one Semyon Zolotaryev, who was 38. Their journey was meticulously planned, and they expected to return home within a few weeks. But one of the hikers, Yuri Yudin, fell early into the expedition and had to turn back. Little did he know that this illness would save his life, making him the only survivor of the ill-fated group. The remaining 9 hikers continued their trek, aiming to reach Otorten Mountain. Their route was considered challenging, but manageable for such an experienced group. On February 1st, they set up camp on the slopes of Kholat Syakhl, which translates to Dead Mountain in the language of the local Mansi people. This ominous name would soon take on a horrifyingly literal meaning. When the group failed to return on their scheduled date, search parties were sent out. What they found would shock the world. The hikers' tent was discovered first, and it was a sight that defied explanation. The tent had been slashed open from the inside, as if the hikers were desperate to escape. Their belongings were still inside, untouched. Boots, jackets, food supplies, everything was left behind. What could compel experienced hikers to flee into a -30 degrees Celsius night without protection? The first 2 bodies were discovered near the edge of the forest, almost a mile from the campsite. They were barefoot and wearing only their underclothes, lying next to the remnants of a small fire. Their hands were burned, suggesting they had tried to keep warm. Nearby broken branches on the trees indicated that they had climbed in a desperate attempt to escape something, but what? 3 more bodies were found and a line leading back to the tent, as if they had been trying to return. These victims showed no external injuries, but were found in poses that suggested they had collapsed mid-stride. The remaining 4 bodies, buried under several feet of snow, were not discovered until months later. These bodies told an even more horrifying story. Unlike the first 5, the last 4 hikers bore injuries that baffled investigators. One hiker's chest was crushed with such force that medical examiners compared it to a car crash. Another had a fractured skull. But the most gruesome discovery was a female hiker whose tongue, eyes, and part of her lips were missing. The injuries were so severe that they seemed almost surgical, yet there were no external wounds to suggest an attack by an animal. Adding to the mystery, traces of radiation were found on some of their clothing. This led to wild speculation about the true nature of the hikers' deaths. What kind of natural or unnatural force would have caused such devastation. Over the years, countless theories have emerged, each more chilling than the last. The avalanche theory. One of the earliest explanations was an avalanche. This would explain the group's panic and the crushing injuries found on some of the bodies. But this theory falls apart under scrutiny. The tent was still partially standing, and there were no signs of a snowslide in the area. The hikers were also experienced enough to avoid camping in an avalanche-prone zone. Paranormal theories. Others point to the eerie name of the mountain, Dead Mountain, and local Mansi folklore. The Mansi people believe the area is cursed, inhabited by spirits that punish intruders. Could supernatural forces have played a role in their demise? The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an unsolved mystery. Despite extensive investigations and endless speculation, we still don't know what happened that fateful night. The case was officially closed with a vague explanation attributing the deaths to an unknown compelling force. But for those who have studied the case, that explanation only raises more questions. Today, the Dyatlov Pass is a place of grim fascination, drawing adventurers and conspiracy theorists alike. It stands as a chilling reminder of how little we understand about the forces of nature and perhaps the forces beyond nature. And so, the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident endures, a puzzle that continues to haunt the imaginations of all who hear it. Was it a tragic accident, a military cover-up, or something far more sinister? The truth remains as elusive as the icy winds that whip through Dead Mountain. If you've enjoyed this chilling tale, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the unknown. Let us know your theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember that truth is often scarier than fiction.